as promised, I'm going to stick to this Wednesdays and Sundays. Wednesdays makeup, Sundays vlog. Okay, so I've got a clean, bare face. I'm going to go in with a little bit of skincare. I've got this cream. It's called the Dynasty cream. Let me know if you've heard of it. I don't know the brand name because that is the brand and I can't read it. But I picked this up when I was in New York. This little pot of cream is so good under makeup. Look, you can see that this is actually loved. Anyway, you will see this in my vlog coming up on Sunday. I dragged Charlie there and I basically convinced him to find these beauty skincare shops with me. I promised him that we would have Korean barbecue food after, which we did. But I won't go into too much detail because you'll see it on Sunday in my vlog. A little bit of a story about this cream. So I just left him and was like off on one, picking up all my products. I've got a bunch of them here. I turned around and Charlie's basket was completely full. He said that the sales assistant said this one flies off the shelf and they'd just restocked it. So of course I run back and got it, not even knowing what's in it or anything. This is a really amazing base for makeup because when it goes on, it's kind of almost sticky. And when I put it on as part of my bedtime routine, I notice, like, you know, when you put your hand on your face and it feels clammy, and I like that because it still means that the moisture's there and like it doesn't just disappear into my skin. My skin seems to drink things up and then go back to being dry again. So loving this so far and hoping that I'm going to be able to find it. For the eyes, I've spoken about this one before. This is the Erborian Skin Hero eye with ginseng. It's an eye perfector with radiance and anti-fatigue, and I've also got this one now. I don't know if I've used this one on here yet. This is in the shade Claire. It's the same brand and it's a CC eye. It's got SPF 20 in it. It's an eye contour cream. Love these two together, perfect. Take a really small amount of the product. Now this one illuminates under the eye, and I would never normally have even considered putting something that highlights under my eye. Sounds really strange, but I absolutely love it. It does reflect the light and it does give you a radiant under eye. It's really nice with no makeup when you're just chilling or doing errands, but it's also really nice under this. Now this one acts as a CC cream, so I'm sure by now you would have tried CC creams for the face, but this one's for the eye. When I first put it on, I was actually getting ready to go to the airport and I was like, oh my God, why is it so white? But when I actually blended it in, I was blown away. And I didn't have anyone to tell at that time in the morning. I was like sitting here like, oh my God, it really does brighten under the eye. So now if I'm not wearing any makeup at all, these are the steps I do. I do my cream, I do both of these eye products, and then I go in with the Wonderskin lip tint, but I don't do the full lip. I'll show you in a second. Wonderskin lip mask, and this is in the shade Romance. I'm not going to talk while I do this, it's going to get messed up. So I try to be as neat as possible. But the reason I'm just putting it there and there, if you're like me and you're in your 40s, the sides of your mouth start to, well, not everybody, but a lot of people aging, sides of your mouth can start to like kind of go down, like a bit of a sad mouth. If you take the lip liner right to the corners, which most people naturally do, you're really emphasizing this part of the mouth. So a little trick you can do is just keep the liner to the center to try and not highlight this area. You'll know when it's dry because you'll be able to like kind of stretch your mouth and it will crack. It still feels a little bit damp there, but leave it on and let it dry because then you're going to get the full results, and this lasts all day. Okay, so I think this is dry enough now. It's a little bit damp there, but I'm not really asked about having the mask there anyway. I just got it there by mistake. Just remove it with a wet cotton pad, or as I'm using a little wet wipe. I got these wet wipes when I was in Spain out of Mercadona. They're called micellar and oil wipes, and their wet wipes are so much better. They're big. This is pretty much what I would do day to day. But if you want to take it a step further, Do go in with this product, the Naked Quickie. It's by Urban Decay. It's got a huge doe foot applicator. I'll go in areas where I've got discoloration or veins, or anywhere that I just want to make it look a little bit better. I've got a little scar here. I'm going to tap a little bit here. I get quite red around here. And then my chin, as I've got older, my chin suddenly got red veins in it. Can we not, please? And then for a little bit of a contour, just a dash. One of the new Morphe ones that I got. And just pat that in. I feel like with a sponge, if you're not going for a full coverage look, it just helps with removing any excess product that you don't really need, to create a nice kind of seamless skin, I guess. I'm going to take this concealer all the way up to the temples for a little lift. I don't really need the concealer there. I've got that little scar, but I feel like it just really balances things out. To warm up my skin, I'm going to go in with this. I bought this in Boots, number 7. It's the dupe of the Chanel. That's what it looks like. It's in the shade Light Glow. This is a Morphe M103 foundation brush. It's like a little slanted kabuki. This product, I feel like you can't really go wrong with it because I've got it in such a light colour that when it goes on, it looks a little bit dark. It's really creamy and it blends out really nicely. So I don't feel like you can go too orange with this at all. And then I do take it along the jaw, not really for a contour, but just to tie everything in together. So a little bit on the chin and then along my jawline, but like over it as well. Pat it up into the hairline there so it looks natural. I have got a little bit of tanner on my face. I know what you're thinking, have you? Because you look so white. But yeah, I do have a bit of tanner on my face. It's just not really showing up on the camera. I'm really trying to work out the lighting. Honestly, today I started filming this tutorial at, I think it might have been about midday 1, and then I got to like 4:30 and I deleted it twice, put it that way. So it wasn't going well. So I sat down, watched some tutorials on lighting and stuff. It's just not my forte. Doing TV for so long, I'm used to people doing that for me. Now I wish I would have paid more attention to the lighting guys, bless them. That's natural, glowy, added a little bit of warmth. I hope it's showing up on the camera because I can't really see. I feel like that just looks really, really natural. It still looks like skin. You've got the glow coming through. Chanel, this powder, natural finish loose powder, and it is in the shade 20. Love this. Yes, it is expensive. It is. It's going to hurt to buy this. But what I will say is it's huge, like a really, really big sized, what would you call it? Pot? Container? The powder, it's like silk. It genuinely is like silk. I love it. I think this is going to last a really long time because I've already had it quite some time. I've not even touched the edges of it. I've got this little sponge. It's like putting magic on your face. So I'm going to set the areas that need setting more than others because then I'll just dust the brush over with this. But let me just show you. See, like I've got this kind of like dint here. This makes it disappear. Look. I'm just going to pat it on. It feels extremely light on the skin. It doesn't do that thing, you know, when you put powder on and then it like sucks everything out of your face. I don't feel like this happens. And when you touch it, it's genuinely like touching silk. I love it. I'm really, really impressed with this powder. It really does blur and filter. I think what I'll do is I'll do one side of my face so that you can see the difference in case the camera's not picking it up. But honestly, I can't praise this powder enough. It's so nice. Okay, hopefully you're going to be able to see this. Blurred side, non-blurred side. To me, in real life, in the mirror, this looks like I've just put a filter on my face. It doesn't feel like you've got anything on your face. It feels like I've just gone back to the point where my face was dry before I added skincare. It doesn't feel tight or like weird. I'm going to set the other side. That is impressive. As you can probably tell, I like it. The bronzer, Makeup Forever, are 15 Wild Sand. I'm just going to get a fluffy bronzer brush. I'm still loving my Morphe brushes, by the way, the new ones. I'm starting to use more of them now. This is the M162 powder brush. I'm telling you all the names because I realise you can buy these separately. So if there's one that you quite like, you don't have to buy the whole set. You can get them all separately, which is great because you don't really need that many brushes that's in there. So I'm just lightly going over the areas that I put that cream product, the number 7 one, giving it a bit of dimension. Definitely got to go under where the little double chins appeared. I've put a little bit of weight on, and all of a sudden I put it on here first, I swear, here and my belly. It's so annoying. Oh, here, my belly, and then the lower part of my back. It really winds me up. Why under my chin? It's like walking around telling everyone, Chloe's put a few pounds on, look at her chin. I really liked this, what I used in my last tutorial. This is the Morphe Cloud Light Soft Glow Val Golden Hour. Just on the cheeks. Blush, I actually forgot to add my cream blush, which is normally what I would do. Whoa, this is bright, shall I? I might as well. So this is Dull Beauty. The colour Takes Two to Mango. I'm actually a bit scared. Okay, let's go for it. I'm gonna really lightly just tap this because I'm really scared to. It's so pigmented. I'm just patting it on my hand before I go in. I like the colour though. That's nice. Whenever I put blusher on, within about an hour, I swear it's gone. Can't see it. Yeah, just wanna clean that line up a little bit. We've got the base on. I'm just going to let that set down a little bit, and then I'm going to set this makeup. In the meantime, I think I'll just quickly do my brows. This spoolie is useless, but I can't find my other one. Did they give me one in this set? Oh. Out of all them brushes and there's not a spoolie. What a nightmare. This one just keeps twisting round. Right. Oh, back in the game. Yeah, this is a Real Techniques one that I got in a set from Boots the other week, but bloody useless. With my eyelashes a brush, they've got some glue in them that I can't get out. A bit of a pain. Okay, I reckon that's okay now to dust off. Dust that off. Brows, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's called Brow Powder Duo in medium brown. It's got like a little grey side and a brown side. Get an angled brush. I don't do much to my brows. I just go in the little areas where they're a little bit sparse. Really gently fill them in. And that is it. I don't even set them with gel anymore. Very, very rarely. And setting spray. I've got the continuous setting mist. I've got a lot of setting sprays, but this one's the closest one. Oh, that smells so good. So I like to take a white kohl pencil. I'm going to get my sponge so that I don't mess up my makeup, and just pop this in here. I feel like this really does open the eye and make your eyes look bigger. Natasha Danona. I think I've only used this once. That's what it looks like inside. Neutrally warm kind of tones. There's 2 brushes here. So we've got the eye blender and the eye detail. I love these little detail brushes. Soft spot, which is this shade here. Just take this into the crease. Now, if I was doing something special, I would probably go on my lid with a primer or a concealer just to get rid of any like veins or any discoloration, but I'm not really doing anything, so I don't really need to do that. Wrap it off. And I do little circular motions in here and then bigger ones that blow it out right in that crease. I think that's enough. Then I'm going to switch brushes and go with the little one, and I'm going to go in Prep, which is much darker. And then with this one, I'm just going to come in the corner here and darken this off a touch. So you can see, just with those 2, that is quite a dramatic little change there. even though it's hardly any makeup, it has given a really smoky kind of feel. I'm just using the bigger fluffy brush to buff it out, tone it down a little bit. I'm going to go in with Vim, which is a medium brown. Sweep this underneath. And with that white in the waterline, it really does make it pop. I'm just joining the outer corner up here. Then I'm going to switch brushes, the fluffy one, and then again blow that out. And that is it. Like, how simple is that? I'll go on the lid. I'll normally just choose whichever one takes my fancy with something shiny. I'm going to go in with Snug, peachy gold colour. Look at that, lovely. And I'll just pat that over the lid just for a little highlight. Look at that, so simple, so easy. I just use 3 eyeshadows and I think that looks really nice. Then to take it up a notch, a little bit of liquid liner. I've got a brown. Let's see, there's 2 browns here, but one of them might be more of a reddy brown. So that one, oh, it doesn't say. Yeah, I feel like this will work. These are really nice colours, by the way, but the brush, well, it's not a brush, and I prefer a brush. Okay, I'm not going to talk while I do this. I think what would be really easier than trying to use this felt tip, I've never got on with them, is just to get one of my own brushes and then take some of the product out. I'm just going to put it on the back of this. I just can't get on with these felt tip things. I prefer it when it's a brush. But anyway, I do this sometimes. I'll just put some on here and get an actual liner brush and do it this way. Much easier, they just glide on. I feel like them felt tips, they kind of get stuck and then you drag them. But that's looking quite nice. This is a bit of a burgundy brown. This is going on much nicer. Yeah, this is definitely more of a burgundy than a brown. It looked really brown. There is another one, so I'm presuming that's the brown. Does it matter? It's definitely darker than what I signed up to. Okay, so it was a purpley colour because I put some of the brown on the case as well. This was the brown shade. If you're interested in these, the Anastasia Beverly Hills, they're called the Liner Liquid, funny enough. I went in with Aubergine. The names are on the lid and I was looking here, but now I've gone in with brown. I went over the Aubergine with the brown, so this is probably darker than what you would get if you just use the brown. They're not perfect, the liners that I've just done, but your best friend is wet wipe. Just go in with your nail and then clean them up at the end with a wet wipe. You can always go in with a little bit more concealer there. Just going to tap that out. Seriously. Okay, so that's that brush finish. Mascaras. I have got 2 babes. Iconic London and Tower 28 are my absolute go-to mascaras. I love them so much. This one's in Jet. I've got brown of this as well. And this is actually the brown Iconic. Both the colours I use them for different things. This one I use for the lower lash and this one I use for the upper lash. What I like about both of them is comb style spoolie. This one's got a curve so you can really get in there and push it up, but they're both equally as good. The reason I still use the Iconic one on my lower lashes is because that doesn't transfer. It dries and then it just stays. I've been using it for a couple of years and I just love it. Such a nice mascara. It really does push them up. It really lengthens and it lasts. I don't have like flaking or anything weird. And you can build this up. I'll show you. I like to make sure that I've coated the whole lash, especially from the root, and given it a real good push. This one's actually running out a little bit, so it's a bit dry. But look, see how I'm like twisting this round? It really does give them a lift from the root. That's the first coat of that. And then the second coat, this is the brown, not second coat, sorry, the lower lashes. Take a little bit off there because my lower lashes are so long. Really good mascara, I love that. And then I'm just going to do my second coat of this when they dry because I don't want them to transfer. They're still a little bit wet. I think we're good. Yeah, this one's really dried out. I wonder if I've got a backup. I normally do. Anyway, I think that's enough, right? It's enough lashes. For lip liner, my current fave, Wonderskin Nutmeg. I have used this every day since I got it and I've not gone off track. I love it. It's a 360 contour lip liner in the shade Nutmeg. This doesn't budge. If you want a lip liner that's going to last and you can eat and drink and go out and do whatever you're doing all day, get this. It's so good. You can't even barely move it when you're trying to like a little blend. I've concentrated it on the Cupid's bow and then here, feather it out when it gets to the edges. I just feel like me when I've got my lip liner on. I feel so much better about everything. Wonderskin, they've really changed the game with the lip products. I'm obsessed. This one is Wonder Blading Top Gloss. It doesn't move and it also doesn't remove the lip liner, which is the most important thing. It's just clear. I have got a really pretty one with sparkles in it, but I like this one. I've hardly got anything on my lips, but look how glam they look. They work very well together, these two. If you're going to buy anything of my faves, I urge you, get these. Wonderskin. The lip stain, lovely is my go-to colour, but if you want more of a pinky shade, Romance is great. The lip blade, is it called lip blade? Wonder Blading, sorry, gloss in clear, because then you can just have it for everything. Nutmeg, love, love, love. And also the CC Erborian eye cream. I love them products so much. They're my favourite thing. I get excited to use them all the time. And that's about it really. That would be my makeup if I was, I'm not going to dinner, I'm going to take all this off in a minute, but if I was going to dinner tonight or I was like going out on a girly night out, this would be my makeup. Sometimes I do add a little flare. I'll get my lashes, cut the ends off and then put a little flare, and they do change the game, to be fair. They give you that real like cute dull eye look, but overall this is my glam. This is what I like to do. I do sometimes add highlighter. It really depends what mood I'm in. Maybe I'll add a little bit with you just for the sake of the video. Sadly, Rare Beauty didn't make it. It's in trouble. I just use it still anyway. What difference does it make? It still goes on your face. I can't reach my highlighter brush. Brilliant. So I will grab one of the new ones. What's this? It's a little powder brush. How cute is that? The M164, love it. Take a really tiny bit on the tip and then I will just add it here. I like it to be more in the centre so that when I'm straight on you can still see it. A little bit on my nose, a bit on the chin. That's it. Let me know what you think. I know my makeup style's changed. I noticed a few people commented on that. I really like it. This is how I feel comfortable now. And tried and tested. These are all products that I absolutely love and I use all the time. I'm going to link them below. Yeah, tune in Sunday because I've got my second part of New York, more apartment touring. Charlie turns up. I'll see you on Sunday. Have a nice few days. Thanks for watching and also thank you for commenting. I read all of them and I really appreciate it. I'll see you soon, guys.